Well, hello, welcome back to another stream of Flying with Mike. Today, American operations. We're going to be down, taking off from a little town. Well, I guess it's actually a big town. Belém, Brazil, headed over to Manaus. Um, Weather along the way is kind of iffy, as you can tell from the skies. So we'll see if maybe, question mark, will there be IMC conditions on arrival? Currently there are not, but it's still early. Folks, we're sitting on the ramp, like I said, in Belém, SBBE, or Sierra Bravo Bravo Echo. Make sure I got that right. I did. Gate, I believe, 5. Now, as I said on the surprise yesterday of me coming on a Sunday, I have removed my scenery animations, basically the jetways, because I think that's what caused the troubles for those of you not able to attend yesterday's stream. I think that's causing it. Now, we're going to run a 727 here soon, just not sure when, and we're going to test it out. So anyone out there that is familiar with this program, what I did is I had a great stable program, and you know me, that silly crazy guy that saw the word update, clicked it, and from then on it was nothing but troubles. So I could sure use a hand in getting that back up and running. I do miss the jetways, especially when we get back into Europe and we have all the really cool jetways out there. So, but anyway, today we're in South America. So that's why when I kind of do our exterior check here, and we'll start that right now, you're going to see a staircase hooked up to us. And that's the only reason why. Now, the doors open on the right side for the galley people. We'll be getting that closed up here shortly, and then we'll begin boarding passengers as well. Today's flight's quite heavy, well, respectively, let's put it that way. We got about 172 people, plus about 300 pounds or 300 kilos of cargo. So, you know, we are going to be pushing the envelope today a little. And it's a 700-mile run, so we're going to be, texting her. So how we're playing this out today, the jetway's broke, so that's why we're on a staircase. All right, so we are flying, yes, an airline that, yes, flies down there, but probably not inter-Brazil or intra-Brazil, however you want to say it, more in and out of Brazil. So we come into, say, SBBE, back to Miami, into Manaus, back to Miami, and this aircraft, I think, could make it. So instead, we're just flying because I still like U.S. Airways. Love the tail art they had at the end before America West bottom, and then together U.S. Air. Under the U.S. Air, America West gobbled up American. That was very much struggling at that time. But they kept the American name, obviously, because it would have been nice if Delta, when they bought Pan Am, which would have been rough because Delta had a very good name, kept Pan Am. So it is what it is, folks. You know, welcome to the world of airlines. You'll never understand them, and if you do, God help you. So anyway, up into the office we go. We do have her on the ground power, and the batteries are turned on. So we'll pick up the checklist real quick, and we just need to make sure the overhead lights and all are working. Hang on a second, let me get my AV tab down here and started. Charts A320, so that way you guys can kind of follow along. I've been kind of remiss in that. So what we've done to date, I'll let you see, and I'll also give you a clue as to what the checklist is. I downloaded this from the xplane.org. And been using it ever since. I also have one of those X lists. They get, and I know they mean well, and they're very complicated sometimes. All right, so we've done all of these items already. That's to the state we're in. Battery and external power. Whoop, too high. So battery. And then the external power is on. Okay, overhead lights are set to our liking. Coming down to get the rest of the lights to how we like it. And for those interested in the rest of the week, I do have the schedule posted down below in the About section. There could be some time alterations. Again, just to recap everyone up to speed, we are moving the Flying with Mike headquarters, our house, from its current location in town to a new location. Now, there will be a time where we will probably not be streaming for about a week, maybe two. And I'm working on a pretty special bringing it back time where we can all fly and hopefully learn some things. That's the big thing with the Flying with Mike. I'm out here to teach. So anyway, no details as of yet as to when that will happen. We're starting to shape when all of these moves will happen, so stay tuned. Either in one of two locations. Hang on a second, I want to get something moved here real quick. There we go. And get everything in place, and then we'll do it. So what we're going to do is take a break real quick and be right back. All right, and for those that subscribe, we're going to continue. As a little teaser for those that do not subscribe. All right, so we're going to head over to the electronic flight menu. Kind of set this aside a little bit here. And actually, we're just going to close out. Let's, do it this way. Sim Toolkit. Okay, so there's Sim Toolkit, folks. Load sheet, again, 172 for our passengers, 14,748 kilos for the payload, bringing us up to 57,590 on the kilos for the zero fuel weight. We plan 9,411 kilos and a cost index of 15, and that 9,000 kilos is the fuel. 36,000 dispatch has been gracious to give us. And lastly, we're looking at about 700 miles. It's about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours max. So, folks, this is going to be a fun run up the Amazon, if I understand my geography right. Average wind as of 2 hours ago, maybe a little more. Oh, no. Yeah, a little more. 113 degrees at 5. So, poof, that's how much wind we have up there. 36,000, and then here's how our fuel breaks down. All right, welcome back, everyone. Coming out of the break there. If you want ad-free viewing, feel free to subscribe. That's the best way to get that. That's one of the perks. So, but otherwise, if you're new to the stream, we'd love for you to follow along. Click follow. That's free, by the way. And we'll pick it up from there. Real quick to recap for you all. Loadout for today, 172 peeps, 9,500 kilos of fuel. Cost index 15, and the cruise will be at 36,000. All right, so let's put all of that into the electronic flight bag. Let's first brighten it up as much as they'll let me. Wish there was a way to get it brighter. All right, so we got, let me check one other device here. Let's go with that, 9-4. Oops, we got to call the fuel truck. You have to call the fuel truck, call the stairs or the gate, depending which way you are, and the luggage cargo. So each one of these you have to call. Otherwise, you won't be able to load it. 5-5, set. 172. Set, and folks, plenty, got a few seats in there for you, so feel free to come aboard. Oops, get those out of here, and we'll go ahead for now, get the rear end open for the stair truck as well. I'm sorry, for the catering truck, and 300. One more zero. Set. Come over here, double check our numbers. 57590 for the zero fuel, looks good. 9556 looks good for the fuel. We're up 1, so I'll, just in case that 1 kilo runs us out of runway, we'll have it. And up 4 on the trim. Let's click set. And let's continue on with the checklist, shall we? Have tab, toggle. All right, now that we have, it would probably be best to leave it over here. That we've finished this up here, the fuel, the passengers, we can technically remove a lot of this. So let's go ahead and do that. See if that helps us out, because we do run into some troubles here from time to time. So fuel, we've set, and we're removing. Cargo, we'll go ahead and remove them. The only thing left are our gates and all. We'll leave that as is for now. All right, so it's APU time, as you can see. Okay, there's the fire test. Light bell looks good. Looks good there, looks good there. And we've got it on the master, okay. Okay, master start switch, come down here. The APU will come up, there it is, waiting for flap open. Once we get flap open, we can start it. Folks, this to me is a very fun plane to fly. Tolis has the 319, 321. I like the 320, but you know, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I ought to upgrade. Okay, you can see the APU right now firing up. We'll know it's good. We'll see the information here. One of the things I'm not a fan of with Flight Factor, the bleed. I thought that would show as soon as it's available. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a real Airbus captain. I know one. I know of one. I don't know him. May have to pose the question to him. All right, so we're about to see available, and we do. And it's saying right here we need 110 to 116. We had 115. That's good. We can come off external power on the plane. And we'll get the bleed on, come back down here to supply. And let's pull it from the plane. Okay. That takes care of the APU, folks. Moving to the overhead panel. Now, we're going to do some things that aren't on here, but we'll let you know when we do that. And it's going to start right off. Okay.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the cruise supply was showing in this condition when we came in. We just turned it off. We'll turn the ground control on, do the cockpit voice recorder test. Checking for faults. Everything's looking good. Now we're catching up here. So we'll go to nav. Align. We're looking for on bat. Okay. Same thing here. Align, then on bat. Perfect. And number 3. Don't you love how they've got this numbered so good? Okay, and we're good there. And these will go off as soon as I get down to the McDo. All right, so we've got and they're all starting to flash, so that's good. The strobes are in auto. Nav lights, I've got them set on number 2. There's 2 bulbs out there, folks. I'm just on the second set. The rest of the lights are off. We've got the smoking and non-smoking and seatbelt signs on. Emergency lights to arm, which is this switch here. Landing elevation. Auto. Always check these things, folks. The same individual I was referring to has come into Airbuses after maintenance, and these things are all over the place. So always make sure the switches are where they're supposed to be. That's especially true for the real world guys out there. All right, so fuel pumps on. Okay. And then we'll come back down the other side. Oh wait, we got to do an engine fire check. Okay, good tones. Okay, they're light. Oop, covering it here, sorry. There we go. And now we can also check that it's lit up under engine 1, and it is. So back up top. There really is no good place for this thing. Okay, now I can set it up here and we're good. Okay, good lights and tones. And we're good there, and down here under number 2 should say fire, and it does. Okay, coming down, working our way up. We'll turn this up to medium, and the radio is set. Okay, coming down to the middle. Few more checks before we get into setting the flight up. Anti-skid nose wheel steering, that's this switch here, on. FMCs, they're on. Radio 1, radio 2, I have already set, and we've got VATSIM Unicom. We have guard, emergency guard channel 1 of 2 that are out there. Over here, a Unicom channel, not necessarily VATSIM, a Unicom channel. And then the universal emergency channel. Okay, coming down a little further, radar is off. Gonna go ahead and tilt up 5 for when we do bring it on. And let's clear, put 2,000 in the box, turn it on, and we're good to go. So, welcome aboard, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the flight. We're right now getting to where we add this into the McDo, which is the equivalent of the FMCs in the Boeings. All right. Give me a second here. All right, so as you can see over here, it's saying go to the INIT page. We're going Sierra Bravo Bravo Echo slash Sierra Bravo Echo Golf. None. Return. Oh, excuse me. All right, flight number Mac 572. Cost index. Bear with me a second here, folks. I didn't put the routing into my cheat sheet, I just noticed. Because I don't think we're going to take the Janney 6 to the Seaver 4 and end up in Dallas on this run. All right. Okay, so cost index is 1.5. Cruise 360. And what I'm going to do is show you how we come up with the temperature. But before that, let me make sure it comes up on the right page. Okay. All right, here comes. Okay. This is SimBrief. Y'all will now notice it when I start rolling it up. Yeah, we're on SimBrief. Okay, so we're going to come down below the routes. Here's the wind information. This, folks, are the temperatures at altitude. So at 36, we're looking at minus 46. Well, this one's going to be super, super easy. It's minus 46, folks. But they can vary. And in the States, a lot of times they do vary. So just be mindful. But in this case, it's real easy. Simply move minus 46. Okay, we'll do the initial so we can get that going. Align on ref, confirm. Return. Winds, I like to put that in here. I also wonder, I never thought about looking here. Nope, doesn't have the temperatures. I thought it might. Wind request, and next phase, wind request, return. All right, so we've done the first two. All we got to do now is get the weights in here. See if they come in right. They did not. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Oop, wrong way. So we'll just set again. There they are. I don't know why it does that, folks. But it does, so we work with it. All right, now the weights are in right, 9.5, 28.50 fuel, so we're good. Okay, weight request. Okay, so now it says go to the perf page. Oh, let's first clear that out. All right, so our alignment is done. Perf. Okay, now we're going to bring in TopCat. Actually, no, I'm sorry, we're going to go a different route. Let me get the browser back up here. We're going to go to a different page. All right, now this performance calculation, I really don't have a lot of luck with it, folks. We're going to give it a try, though, again, just to see what happens. And today we are going out with $67,046. Kilograms. Center of gravity. 26.8. Going one flap. Anti-ice air conditioning on. Runway. Okay. (9,186 feet, right? Yes. Heading 066. Dry, and the airport elevation 56. All right, finally. Hey, welcome in Orb 505. Getting the flight set up, doing some South American flying. All right, hang on a second here. Go over here to the weather page, 330 at 6. And temperature 28, 10, 10. Okay, hopefully I can remember all that. Oops. I couldn't. All right, hang on. Huh, there's a little difference here. Okay, so 340 at 6, that's as of 1700. Okay, so I have the latest. Okay, so we'll go here. 29-1009. And the wind 346. All right. Now, this tool will give you a nice look of what your page here, you'll notice, is supposed to look like. All right, so we'll put 136, 136.44. See how we turn out here. Well, we'll give it a shot. All right, so they're going 136. We'll enter that, 136. $144. Transition I show as 5,000. Thresholds 856, 856. Oh, with this numbering they're giving us. $856. I hope all that's right. I have a feeling it's not. We're flexing at 44. See, I get that all the time. All right. All right, so the perf page is done. So basically it's a neat tool. Again, I find still troubles. It's not like one we used to have, folks. Man, we had one before that really did a great job. 9 out of 10 times entering it, it was perfect. So, all right, so one of these days I'm just going to do this and see what happens. All right, so now we go to the infamous F-plan page and we set it up. So we'll start with departure, arrival, get it all set in here. So departure, 6, and we are going out on the hang on, just checking, because that didn't sound right. Illman 1A. Okay. Insert. Oh, wrong one. Okay, Illman. We're going to click Airways, and we're going to put UZ 81. Oh, said 81. Close it off at Kulab. And insert. Okay. Finally, we'll go ahead and put this in. The Kulab 1B approach to runway 29er. Uh-oh. We only on an RNAV? Nice! Yep, only on an RNAV. What I get for not looking ahead, folks. All right, let's see which one more pertinent for us. EG011, I think, is the... Yep. So... there it is, Kula 1 Bravo. Transition. Okay. Now we're going to go through and knock out these as we get to them. All right, so back to F plan. Be gone. Keep that there. We're going to plan. And what we're going to do is basically step it off. And I'm also going to bring charts in here. Only because I find they look better on here. Okay, folks. That is really the only reason. And I need to resize from Dallas yesterday. Go. All right, so real quick, push that out of the way, actually close that. All right, so hang on a second. All right, folks, just smelled something, had to check in with the CEO, make sure she was cooking something. All right, so you can see our spot. We're going to basically push back facing north, taxi along the ramp here to Alpha, to I guess that's Charlie, to Delta, and then we'll take off full length. Airborne will be on the Illman 1A. Transition, they are calling it 4,000. Hang on a second. Perf. We're going to the right information. Okay, so it's an RNIP or RNAV1 or GPS. Turns are not permitted prior to DER. So as you can see, it's real simple. We're just going to make a hook to BE 003 to Illman. And there are no altitude restrictions in place. So let's check it out. Okay, and we're looking for discontinuities, folks. Okay, there's BE. Then Illman, okay. Then we'll just kind of walk it through here to, again, okay, there's Nuvik. Sorry, folks, got a text message. It's about related to the move, so I thought I'd better check them out. All right, sorry for that interruption. I know, just the people wanting to make it known on the stream. All right, so Darbu, Uveb, $2, Opilip, Exoluck, Dolty, Kulab. All right, now we have a discontinuity, so we'll clear up that. Insert. Okay, so that clears us now to the arrival. So we'll pull that up. Kulab to Malpu to EG12. EG11. Now, below 7, above 4. Okay. And then right into the RNAV approach. I didn't save that. That's just the way I can be. Let's see. Tunk. Close and 29. And then we're going to come to from 11 to 23 to 24 to the runway. Boom. All right, everything looks good. F plan. All right, so that gets us now to where we're ready to actually start boarding passengers. Let's get the aft tab back up. And that takes care of all of this. So now we just go to the flight control unit. Okay, QNH 1009. Flight director is on. LS is off. We'll get these over to VOR. Nav selector is in arc. Range is at 20. Constraints are on, and all that means, folks, is if we have a restrictive altitude, it'll be on the display. And the heading, the speed, all set. We just need the altitude, which we're going to go straight up to 36. All set and ready to go. This one is mirrored. All right, so we are ready, folks. Final boarding call for flight 572. Door is closing. If you miss your flight, you miss your flight now. Okay, let's get these doors closed. Come back to service. First off, make sure nothing changed, and it did not. Let's go to packs. Move, remove. Catering trucks are done. Going to go ahead and remove the stairs. So now, when I go outside the plane, all we should see are chocks and nothing else. Looks good. Better pushback time. And what I do, folks, by the way, this is a free application.
Grounded to cockpit, please show me where you want to go, sir.
Okay, what I'm going to do is push to about here. Come over to here. Line up. Right about there. Come forward to there. Enter.
Grounded to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, as I was saying, this, folks, better pushback is one of those must-haves for those of you flying X-plane. Phenomenal program. It's a little better than the default. Now, I know there's even add-ons to this that can make it look even better. I just don't know where and how to install them. So, we keep it kind of simple here, folks. With the animated jetways down, I'm kind of bummed. So, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and get the chocks removed. And what I've got it set on is taxiways. This way you can see where we are.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, and I am going to go ahead and get my ACAR program running. Another reason I like this, and the beacons. It tells me, ACARs, if on a VA, start. That helps a lot. Okay. Waiting on him.
Tow is now connected and the bypass pin is secured. Please release parking brake.
Alright, so we are ready to push. Let's get out here. Give you a little... There you go. Okay, so he wants the parking brake off, parking brake released.
Starting pushback now, and you may start your engine.
Okay, to start engines, what I switched here is the mode from norm to ignition start. We're going to start number 2, then number 1. We're going to wait, though, just a tad. And we're running about 30 minutes late from where I wanted to start us. Important phone calls, important things about the move that had to be dealt with, so that's why we're running a little behind. Alright, we're out of the gate area, so let's go ahead, kick over number 2. My bad, I should have had that one on. Alright, she is kicking over. And the avail means I could actually switch over and start up the next engine. Okay. And we'll go ahead now. And we're available.
Please set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Please stand by.
Okay, put that back to norm. We'll come up here, make sure the packs are on, and they are. Turn the bleed off. APU master off. Alright, so before taxi, runway lights, we'll turn those on in a minute. Nav logo lights are on. Release him because we got good starts. Brake fan. Brake fan's located right next to the gear. Just push the button on. Auto brake will set to max. There is no RTO. That is it. Spoilers is down at the bottom here. All we're going to do is raise them till we see the white ribbon. Flaps to 1. Parking brake will hold, and we'll be ready to taxi here as soon as we make sure we have the gears. Thanks for flying with Mike there, Pushback. Hope you have a great day. That right there tells us the pins are all accounted for, and we'll let them know we've acknowledged, we're ready to go. All right, final checks. Seatbelts, no smoking, armed, we're ready to taxi. Okay. Now the strobes are in auto because when we lift off, if we forgot to move it to on, they come on automatically. Okay. Stand by, folks. Hello. Oh no! Thank you, Orb. Appreciate it. A nav graph is showing. Like, what is he talking about? Then I realized what you were saying. Oh boy, Mondays. Well, any day for me. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Okay, while we're taxiing out, we'll do our before takeoff, our try that again. We'll do our... Okay, just show you what all we've gone through before taxi. Here's all the checks. During our taxi, all we got to do is the takeoff check, and we're just making sure everything's green, and it is. Cabin's ready, and we are good. And just to let you know, folks, if you heard that phone call in the background, be careful right now. Looks like there may be a scam. I'm not sure if it's true or not what they were saying. That your Apple devices are experiencing a hack. Call us. Granted, I've superimposed a more sinister voice. Call us before using them, or wait for a technician to come on. Yeah, sure. I always wait for a technician to come on. So just be very leery of calls like that, folks. I never talk to anyone when they call me. I'll call Apple myself and find out if there's a problem. So I just know there's a lot of people that would click in and go, oh, now I've been hacked. That's why you got hacked. And with all the crap going on in Russia and Ukraine and China, folks, I don't answer anything on the phone. So just friendly advice from Flying with Mike. But while we're taxiing here, I don't have Apple. I got a Cherry. But anyway, no. I have Apple, and my wife has Apple, and you know, they're nice things to have, nice little gotchas, if you will, that they do for you. Meaning, if you get this, well, you can communicate between other Apple units by this way and that. I'm like, you know what? That's just how people get hacked. So, but anyway, it is the world we live in until somebody can find a way to clamp down on it. So be careful in any phone calls. My other favorite one, and of course, or you probably get maybe a variation of this. We're with the Illinois State Police. Bereavement, folks. Please donate. No, I'll call my local police organization. I'm not about to call you, and you find out they're actually calling from a prison. Yeah, that's a great police. So, but anyway, just be careful, folks. All right, we're coming up to the runway here. So let's get back in here. I say cautiously because I'm on the wrong. There we go. Still being. There we go. All right, let's pull up. Checklist one more time. Okay, at the runway, hold, nose lights, toga or TO, and then transponder. And just to let you know, Orb, I'm working on toga. I may remove it if I haven't already, till I can find something, but go around, I finally found a sound for it. All right, so here we go, folks. Strobes, we'll go ahead and turn them on. And we're only, I'll show you what we've set up here before we go. the gentleman that I watch and listen to, that's a real Airbus pilot, says cleared to line up and wait. They move the landing lights and nose light into taxi as a way to know where they are in the sequence. And then when cleared, then they turn them on. So why do you put them in the middle? I'll show you. Granted, it's just one more step, but it just lets them in the cockpit know where they are. So actually pretty smart. Okay, let's get down here, move this. Show you what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to keep this above so I know we don't hit anyone. We're going to TARA 2000, radar on. Can't turn on the wind shear. That's just something with the flight factor. Now the 319, 321, I've been told that does work. Or at least the switch does. Whether it actually does or not, can't speak for it. But from TOLUS. So just if you're out there, do I get TOLUS? Do I get flight factor? Which one? That's what I've heard. So I don't have it, so I can't confirm it. All right. Looking outside. Zoom it in here. Okay, right by the strut here, it's very hard to get a good read on it. Let's see if, okay, right here on the strut, you see it looks like a light hanging down. Yeah, that's a better view of it. That's what's in the middle, so they've retracted down. Then when we click them all the way up, they'll be turned on. Show you what I mean. Cleared for takeoff. Okay, back outside. Now you see them lit. All right, so we're cleared for takeoff. Here we go. Brakes off. Toga. Actually, we're going flex. 50%. Straighten out. Fly right. Flex. Now you noticed I don't have a throttle cam, but if you notice, things went right to the spot. You can do that in Airbus. That's what those electronic engine controls take care of. Okay. We didn't set trims.
Rotate. V2.
Gear up. There we go, folks. All right. It's saying to turn the autopilot on, so I will. Okay, we're not going... Oh, it turned off. Dang it. And then you're basically just notching it on an Airbus, from what I understand. You go into the... Here, I'll show you in just a second here. We're going to get flaps up. Get the brake fan off because we don't need it with the wheels up. Auto brakes are off. Airplane's climbing. Okay, Q&H has already been met, so there we go into standard. Another one of my favorite views, folks, punching out of clouds. Okay, so there we go, folks. We're on our way. Alright, there you go, folks. Let me see if I can't blow that up a little bit more. Gives you an idea where we are in the departure. And final checks. Let's pull that into the fray here. Okay, so AP's on, packs 1 and 2 are on, throttles are in climb. Nose light, well, it's doing it for us. Left and right land lights, are we there?
10,000 feet.
So runway lights, landing lights, anti-ice barrow standard. Okay. All right, so okay, so hang on. And 1 unit up. Okay, there we go, folks. All checklists complete. We're on our way. I'm gonna make that just a tad bit bigger. Get a little music going. It's Tira. Welcome aboard. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Sorry I missed you there a few minutes ago as we were getting the bird airborne. Hope you have a great day. The original Big Mac is in the house as well. Welcome aboard, sir. Thanks for all the support you two give the channel. We sure appreciate you. And I'm hoping, barring anything else coming along, what's in the galley, huh? Don't know today. Probably just a good old box lunch. Ham, cheese.
18,000 feet.
All right, let's get in here. What I want to do is turn off the wing lights. All right, and the seatbelt sign will come off once we get to cruise. Actually, Orb, I think we're going to have a little anaconda mixed with piranha today for lunch as we get over to Manaus. Spicy. Hey, going with the food of the region I'm flying in. That's about as much as I know about South America. Sorry, folks. Guys from the Midwest U.S. Cow, pig, fish, and chickens. And a whole lot of corn and a whole lot of soybean. All right, so that takes us off at Illman there, that turn. Gives you an idea there, and I'll be closing that out here soon as we get closer to Manaus, Brazil. And that's the best I can do, folks. I know you guys over there in Europe can roll that tongue better than I can. Can't do it. I even took some German here, and he couldn't teach it to me. Would love to be able to do that like Sergeant Schultz did in Hogan's Heroes. And I know I just dated myself. Hopefully some of y'all know the show. Alright, so we are pop back in here and take a look at where we are climb-wise. 24,000. Showing about an hour and a half to go, folks. So we'll just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. Alright, folks. Sorry about that. Saw the wife appeared to be shutting down. Oh, excuse me. But she had a meeting and she's taking it out in the other room. folks, and as you can see, we're right off Illman. Little ways to go. Let's see what kind of interaction we have out here. Give it a second to update. I hate SimAware sometimes, folks. It just, for some reason, does not want to update with me. Not sure if I'm supposed to log in or what to make it go better. Wow. Depends which one. If you look at what you see up there, Volanta, got a little bit of weather around here. But you go to SimAware, whole big difference here. A lot more intense, it seems like. So we'll see how it turns out. All right, now as I alluded to in the beginning of this, folks, we are going to be going into a hiatus here for about a week, maybe two, as the move gets closer. We're about, is today, come to think of it, date-wise, 21st to about counting today, about 3 weeks out. April 8th, we close on this place. So the following week we'll be in the move process. So I am planning for once we get everything hooked up, everything tested and back and running like we are today, hopefully, maybe a notch up, I'm going to schedule up a really, I'm hoping you all think into a really cool flight stream, where we are going to fly at one airport, maybe, just maybe, from an airport to an airport, and then do local training at that airport, potentially fly on or just terminate. It's going to take a lot of, the hard part if we try to return is planning the fuel. To me, that just seems as really difficult to figure out, so it may end up terminating. But I think and it's going to involve, we'll do some ILS, we'll do some RNAVs. It's kind of what I see here at Scott with the military. Sometimes they'll fly in from, say, Omaha. I haven't figured that one out yet. But I can understand Jacksonville, I can understand from Dover. And they'll just shoot a lot of approaches here, sometimes terminate, sometimes go back. And it's the reason I can understand those two is traffic levels in Jacksonville and anywhere along the East Coast really are just such that it's a lot easier to get them here, where while yes, we have a lot of traffic, it's easier to manage. And of course, it's a different airport for them to work off of. Because you get, you all know your airports. If you fly the sim, well, I can go here, turn here, boom, I'm in. Well, this is a different airport, so I'm looking to try to set that up. It's going to take some work, but I'll let you know the date and all. It's going to pretty much be after we're back up and flying. But so that way I can get it out when it's going to happen. So be watching for that. That ought to be a fun day in the air. It'll be no more than 4 hours of flight time. Maybe total of 6. We'll see how it all works out. Maybe we'll have controllers. Maybe we won't. So those of you that have been a little skittish about coming on with VATSIM, well, you can get a good run at them at a nice, quieter airport, not a DFW Heathrow, Frankfurt, you know, those Amsterdam, those super busy airports, Tokyo and Sydney. You know, you can get in, get your feet wet, and start, you know, learning and working your way up to be able to come into those super busy airspaces. Like we did yesterday, this really busy into Dallas, and that was fun. I know a lot of people that would have clicked disconnect. One of those is not on with us today. He's at work. So, but it's fun, folks. It really is. But, and that also get, you know, we could do it in a Cessna. For those of you that have never, who've watched a lot of streams and never taken that next step. You know, we can help you out. It's real, folks. It's I've got like 10 to 12,000 hours doing this, folks. It's what I do on my time off to unravel from some of the day's stresses. And I know other people unravel other ways, you know, decompress. So it's how I reset, so I'm able to go back in. Now, granted, I'm also blessed. I only work 10 days a month. But boy, 24 hours, folks, of dealing with flights and everything else at that airport. It can wear down people pretty easy. So, and I'm back at it tomorrow, so that's why there's no stream. Now, do want to also announce Wednesday's stream, which shows us going from JFK to Miami, Miami to Bahamas. I do have an appointment with the house that's come up since I made that schedule, so the times may vary in how we do this, but that's a day I like to do a lot of flying, mainly because that's a day the wife goes into the office. So it's just us here, folks, and we're not juggling. Oh, she's got a phone call, so I got to tone it down or go quiet, and what have you. So, but we'll still make it enjoyable, and that will be the 747-200 and the Zebo. We're not going to fly the 747 from Miami to the Bahamas. Sorry, folks. And if I can get a 727 down there like I'd love to do what I'm doing with Pan Am in the 727. We'll see. All right, well, let's get back into it here, folks. Let's hop into cockpit real quick. Okay, we're through 35,000. We're about to level off. We should be getting some calls here. Well, maybe I missed them. And I have to say this, folks. Those of you that know how to make these checklists, these X checklists, and put that much into them, kudos to you, folks. That is just amazing. Amazing what he's put in here. Look at it real carefully. Your initial checks, your exterior inspection, your overhead work, pedestal, McDo, performance. It's just amazing the amount of time and energy that went into this. It's the same, I believe, the same person that did the one for the Zebo, which I get a little frustrated with because it keeps popping up with every fix, you know. But that's an actual check, folks. Kudos to that guy. Those are actual things they have to do in the cockpit. Okay, we're over this fix at this time, this fuel. Okay, fuel matches up. Things like, you know, hey, get on them long hauls, folks. That fuel is your lively, man. You don't have the fuel, you're going to end up in a bad place. So, really, kudos to those that are able to make these. Okay, cruise procedure. Transponder is there. What do we need to set this to? 1 unit down. Okay. Guess I can't read this. Oh, it did. Alright, so what I want to do is come in here. Hang on a second. Let's get the second McDo where I want it. Okay, so we're 490 miles, it looks like, or is it 430 miles to top of descent? You know what? I think I'm just gonna save the vocal cords, let y'all listen to the music, and relax. Unwind from your Mondays. Spoilers off. Oh, sorry about that, folks. All right. Just catching up on Facebook. All right, so we are currently still in cruise. We will be for another hour or so. Well, 45 minutes. So let's get in here and really look at this arrival. It's pretty simple, actually. But you can be the judge of that. Here, let's get into this where we got more of just the panel. All right. All right, so you can see where we are now. We're getting to about the halfway point. So let's get the FMC up, make sure everything's programmed, and we'll get going. Hang on. All right, folks, sorry for that delay there. Series of serious coughs there, so I had to get some water and all. Sorry about that. All right, so here we are, folks. 300 miles, 350 miles, we'll call it out. All right, so let's go into the arrival chart, shall we? All right, so we're coming in on the Kulab 1 Bravo arrival. It's an RNAV. So the 727 would be very hard to fly this in. I mean, we can do it, obviously, because of the either in INS or FMS, because we can put the fixes in. But there really is no VOR into it on this approach. I'm pretty sure there is one of some kind. But anyway, our ATIS 127.65, we'll see if that's working when we get there. Airport is at 264 feet MSL. Hectopascals for the altitudes that you see on here. So our altimeter will be at 7,000, and it'll be set off of HEPA, as I call it. Transition level we'll get here off the other chart. Again, it's an RNAV, ATS surveillance required, air traffic system, and RNAV or RNIP. D-ATIS is available via data link, which we don't have. Although, I've seen, I think, in the fly-by-wire version of the A320, a way to do that. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're basically just going to maintain a course off Kulab of 280 to Malupu. Then we're going to go to 275 to EG011. Excuse me. My nose is in like hyper drain right now, folks. Oh, it's killing me. Anyway, we do have a couple of holds if we need them. Kulab and EG012, in case we need to get down below 7,000. We can go into a hold. But we need to stay above 4,000 feet at EG011. Okay. From EG011, here, let's make sure the FMC is correct. There's Kulab. Okay, Malupu. EG11. Okay, and we're good on the altitudes. Alright, so now we'll switch into the RNAV. Now, we don't actually have an ILS for this side. The ILS is coming in runway 11. So, we're going to come in this route. Let's get over here. Nope, not that one real quick. That way. That way you all can see a row. All right, as promised, looks like rain. All right, so wind at 1800 Z 340 at 6,000, visibility 60. Northwest. R of 11, R of 29, rain, heavy rain, down at 1,000 feet. Okay, so that's important, folks. Let's just start with the minimums. We fall in just fine. So we're going to still be able to fly this, just going to be a little bit more interesting. Now, this is telling me we may actually be able to use a glide slope, so we'll see. I never can figure out when the chart says I can and can't. Alright, so from EG11 is where we start this. However, across the top you see our approach frequencies. Again, the ATIS. Here's approach control. Here's the tower. Here's the ground. RNAV, so we do not have a frequency to tune in, folks. Final approach, 286. Now, by EG24, we need to be at 2,000 feet and coming down. We'll get to the coming down point in a moment. Now this says LNAV VNAV, so we'll see if we're able to go into approach for this. 611's decision height, that's 350 feet above the ground. There's our missed approach. Straight ahead, right turn to Mapmo, and hold. 3,000 feet. Okay. Transition level is 4,000. We'll check that here shortly. GPS required. LNAV VNAV procedure not authorized below 0 degrees Celsius. I think we're okay. And or above 50 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, again, EG 011 at 4,000. EG 023. G024. We'll get that here in a second. EG024, we want to be at 2,000 feet. Again, remember it was up here. And it's 5.3 miles from the runway, so we'll be descending. Okay, now you all know there's a chart I like to point out on here. That's going to be very critical here. What our ground speed will be, probably around 140 to 130, so we'll be around 700 to 750 coming down the glide slope. Now you see when this really helps you, because we may not have a glide slope. We're on an RNAV, folks, so there may not be a glide slope to worry about. So we'll be using that. Now the only drawback here is they don't give us time. You know, from here to here, how long does that take at these speeds? So that's where this comes in again. However, we're going to expect PAPIs on the left. We may or may not have approach lights, folks. This is saying no lights. Here's the missed approach again. Okay. So LNAV VNAV, that's telling me we should have some kind of a glide slope indication on the gauges. We'll see. 600 feet, 611 to be exact. That's our decision height. When we read 611 here, we are on the go if we're still in the clouds. And we can't see the runway. Also, 611 on the METAR strip. Last one we just said has broken 1,000. 010 is 1,000 feet, folks. We should break out 400 feet before decision altitude. Visibility is this 1,000 mark. When you look here on the chat at the 34086, then it says 1,000, then 0600 northwest. I'm not sure what all of this is. That's new verbiage to me, and I'll have to find out from some people. But the 1,000, that should be how much we can see. As long as we have 400 to 1,600 meters, we're good. Wait, we have to be above 1,600. Again, sure be nice to know what that number really is. We'll see. Oh, so continuing the check here. All looking good. Okay, so back. I'm going to push this out a little. So we'll see. Right now, technically, I think, if now I'm looking at this correctly, I think we're below minimums. We'll have to kind of see. We may end up going to our alternate. We'll have to give it a shot, see what's happening. But yeah, if this is 1,600 or under 1,600, we may not be able to shoot this because of the heavy rain. All right, so there you go, folks. We'll bring Top Cat in for a quick look here. And let's just get go to Autoland, medium. If it is heavy rain, we'll have the anti-ice on for the engines. We're coming in 2.9 update. Okay, so approach speed's going to be 137, so we'll be going off the 140 knots. We could. Worst case scenario here, folks, we could come around to the ILS. The winds are decent enough, barely, but we could bring this around. So we'll kind of play it by ear. All right, so we are 200 miles out. Now we'll activate the approach at 11 so we can get ready to do whatever it is. If, you know what I'm going to do? I better be ready. Yeah, we could, if necessary, folks. I'm looking over the chart right now. If we're able to, we could come in opposite way on 11. Minimums we're well within. So okay. Yeah, I was just doing a little forward looking in case. So that is an option, folks, if we have to do it. And by the way, folks, that decision for when we'll make the runway will occur just before top of descent, and we'll see how the weather is at that point. Right now it's below minimums. For 2.9. Now, if ATC would grant the permission, we could come around on the other runway. So we are working our way there, folks. Currently 47 minutes out. Dave Rendon, welcome in. How are you today, sir? Hope you're having a great day. Not a problem, not a problem. Glad to have you aboard. Hope you enjoy the ride across the, I'm assuming we're in the Amazon area. I have to go look at a map and figure out where the Amazon really is. But we're headed over to Manaus here in South America. Getting into the territory where we'll start doing our descent checks and all as top of descent is looming. Probably in about another 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, what the heck. Oh, we got 200 miles to go, so we're still good to go. It's did that once to me too. Hang on a second here. Guessing those dots it didn't like? I don't know what's going on with that. That's really weird. Yeah, you know these auto mods, you never know. I know a lot of other symbols that would be worse, but you know, hey. Yeah, I remember back with TWA. Oh yeah, that was great. And then, well, it was of their own doing. I shouldn't really get all over Americans' case for buying them out, but TWA didn't help themselves by going bankrupt and all so many times. So, but anyway, yeah, those were great TWAs. The L10s, the 727s were my favorite to watch there at Lambert. Oh yeah, and the 747s. How they just seem to just like one step forward, two steps back to get into the airport. And just a heads up, that airport down below us, folks, is our alternate, I believe. So, actually, yeah, I have seen it. Obviously, being out here in St. Louis. Trying to remember how. I'll have to go get one on one of the planes. It was really not much different than what U.S. Airways did when they bought out American. How they got the tail still U.S. Air and American as saying American. That was what they came up with before the gray, which I'm not a big fan of that gray. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. Really shame. Oh, the Trident. Yeah, great airplane. It's like a lot of airlines, you know, they tried, you know, the 727 was a popular looked aircraft. You got the TU, I think it's 154, the Trident. Even the VC-10, although bigger. Okay, hang on a second. Do you remember Air Canada, the first Airbus you worked on? Huh, interesting. Was that a A300 or one of the baby buses that would come later? I can't remember if they had A300s. DC-10. I don't remember Delta having the 10, but they did have L-1011s. But they might have had the DC-10. United, and that misfortune in Chicago of the engine dropping off. And down years later with the okay. All right, well, let's get in here and get set up. All right, where are we here? 148 miles out. All right. All right. Yeah, the DC-10, the one where the engine dropped in Chicago. Oh, that was a horrible accident, let alone a few years later when the one cartwheeled in Sioux City. All right, we're 140 miles out now of top of descent. All right, let's see if by chance we've got better weather reports. All right. Okay, Manus is just being tough, folks, on weather. Now it's making even coming in on runway 11 difficult. Okay, hang on a second. See if it's caught up here. For a $100 hamburger. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, we're just not catching a break here at all, folks. Let me get 11 pulled up here. 800. And technically, we're below minimums for that one now, too. Okay, let me see. broken 300, visibility 800. 800, we got the visibility, we just don't have the altitude yet. We'll see if maybe we can get lucky here in the 100 miles to descent, that it'll improve. Oh man. Oh geez, what a flight this is turning into. Whoa. Hopefully, and the funny thing is the sim may not even been showing it. All right, so we got about 100 miles to make a decision. All right. I posed that question in the beginning, IMC or not, and I said, we won't get it. Oh, I jinxed myself. We're potentially going to have to go to our alternate. I don't even know if the alternate's that great. All right, I guess I ought to look. Sky Vector. Oh yeah, it's VFR there. Like I said, we flew over it. It's SBSN, Santarum International. So I'm not sure what PRY is. All right, so we'll you can see the weather we're dealing with, just scattered thunderstorms, but one's right on the airport right now. Here's where our alternate was, back here, so yeah. Give it a little bit more time, folks. Here, let me show you. Well, granted, we're going against the winds on this one. 500 feet MSL and 800 meters. I think we got the 800 beat, but not the 500. The runway we're intending is 29. And again, we're just above that, but we're not anywhere near on the visibility. So we're kind of flipping the coin here as to which one we take. Top of descent now looms 70 miles ahead of us. Let's do it one more time, see if maybe they're doing half-hour reports or better. Nope. Oh boy. I really don't want to go to the alternate. I think that's what we'll do. Let me do a quick reload here while we got time. F plan. Oh, went too far. Sorry, folks. ILSW. Hang on a second. Let's bring that up here. I'm going to go to AROS. I think I can clear that one. Nope. Oh, it skipped over a couple. Hang on here. Uh-oh, did I select the wrong one? Hang on. Well, dang it. What are we coming down to? I can't clear that. Okay, so a little change. We're just going to go Kulab, direct DAG-T, FOSFO, MAPO, down and in on the ILS. Give it our best here, folks. And here's the MAPMO to Pagic, EG003 to the runway. Oop, perf. 64 miles out. Okay. Yep, let's give it a shot. With just and the reason we can shoot this reversed is the fact we only have a 5-knot tailwind now. Getting up around 9-10 knots, that gets it kind of rough to bring it in. Could still try it, but with 5 knots, that's not bad. Do a real quick redo here with Top Cat. Wait a minute, we got a new one in. Hang on. I think we'll be able to make it now. Hang on, I'll get you this weather up. Got a new one. $320 at 7. Variable. 8,000, which is good. And our broken layer is now 1,000. Heck, we could almost go back to 2.9. Nope. It's got to be above 1,600 meters. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and head to MAPMO, come down, and in. All right. Still going to be fun, folks. All right, so let's get in here like it's asking. Let's put the data in. Okay, Q&H. Okay. Top Cat, we'll put in 1009. Let me make sure it's up to date. Clear 1009. Temperature 24. Wind 320 at 7. Boy, it's going to be fun though. All right, now let's go back to the chart. Okay, minimums for the ILSW are 542. Put that up here in the MDA, 542. Full flaps. And transition on this one is 4,000, not 5,000. Okay. $32, $137, $134, $139. So we're going to come down at 140. Okay, so this is all set. Set this, to 8,000. Okay, then 4,000, and then we turn. Okay. Okay, folks, this is going to be a fun arrival. There's the thunderstorm starting to show up in the front. IMC, yes, we will, is the answer to the question. Okay, let's get on the... Okay, let's check NavRad real quick. And charts. 110.3. And 106 for the front course. All right. Okay, flip back just a smidge so you can see how we fly this in. Okay, so QNH set, ILS set, seatbelt set, altitude set for star. We'll start our descent. Here in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Just to let you know, we are going to be flying into some weather here. It's going to get choppy. I'm turning the seatbelt sign on now, and we're going to begin the descent here in just a few minutes. Should be on the ground in about 10-15 minutes. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. Okay, folks. You can see here with our charts, we're set. When we get to 10,000, we'll do that. All right, descent. Okay, auto brakes, we're going to go to medium. Up 3 units. Okay. All right, we are going to initiate the descent. Managed. Starting down. Let's take a look outside. All right, according to the weather, folks, we have that break. Oh man, this is wild. Kind of reminiscent of some days out at the airport I work at. All right. Okay, as we get down around, well, I think I may just go into a sterile cockpit here in about 3 minutes, and see what kind of fun and damage we can do here. Okay, we are entering the star. Kulab 1 Alpha now, going for runway 11. That's a good idea, folks. Put your predictions in. See who can get the closest. Awesome. Thanks for the prediction there, Orb505 and Dave Rendon. Appreciate you. Let's kind of look ahead, see what ominousness looks ahead. Not too bad. We say that now. Till we get into the soup. I don't know if I've actually auto-landed this plane. Technically can't auto-land it here, but... We can sure fly it down quite low. Alright, as promised, we're going sterile in the cockpit now. Alright, here we go. Let's get to the instrument look here. See how we're doing. I am going to try this. Hang on a second. I know the av tab is... Okay, so when we get to 10,000, these are the checks we're going to do. See how we look on this map. Alrighty, just there's Manus. Okay. Okay, folks, and I'm going to aim, I think, for one of these gates here. Now, if there's jetways, we won't be able to do that. And as you can see, we're not following it exactly. We're heading to Daggett. Or Dagty, sorry. I'd love to know if that's the Amazon, because you know what? I'm starting to think of a new idea for a series of flights along the Amazon, flying the Airbus and the Z-boat, maybe even going GA. But okay, we are managed in our descent. We're coming up on 20,000. Let's head up here, make sure our signs are on. Get the wing lights on. Okay. Again, all I've done is just extended. Here, we'll show you. Be a lot easier to show. See the light. All I've done is just extended them, and at 10,000 we'll turn them on. Okay. So there you go, folks. The weather that's been plaguing this trip is straight ahead. Right now, it does look like they have a break in the action. Not sure how well you can see that, but there's our target right here. That cell, there's one still just to the north and a little bit to the west. But we're getting there. I'm going to zoom in so you get a better look at it. So, all right. Okay, we're crossing 18,000.
18,000 feet.
And let me make sure it did. Okay. Turn off the pause that occurs at 50 miles. That would have been actually a long time ago. All right, so here we go, folks. Weather, last check. Okay. 3207, 250 variable to 350, 8,000 on the visibility meters. 3,000 west. Okay, that'll stay good. Scattered 400, broken 1,000. That's above minimums, folks. Barely, but it's above. That's all that matters. 500 feet above. Get technical, 460. Okay, from MapMo we turn in for the ILS. Yeah, you know what? Since it says it, we're going to do it. We're going to be coming into range, so let's do it. 10,000 feet is our next call. Okay, so we're coming up on 14. Okay, so false FOVO, VOVSO above 8,000, above 4,000, coming in. Okay, let's dial down to 20. Also, folks, transition is 4,000 feet. So for now, we'll keep it in standard mode. Okay, constraints are active. Seat belts are turned on. Crossing 11 will turn the landing lights on. Okay, lights on. Well, sorry the sandwiches weren't all that great there, Orb 505. What can I say? Alright. Constraints are on. Five units up now. Okay, for now, I'm going to go ahead and take us down to 4. We're going to make it to there. Slow this thing down a little. Okay, there's 240. Okay, now, real quick, as you can see from map mode, it continues on. We're gonna go direct to here. So what we'll do is very short order. I have to activate approach here too. Okay, now had I done that, by the way, folks, it would have slowed to 140. Welcome to the clouds. Again, at MapMo, I am going to take over heading. So that way we can turn on it. Okay, and from MapMo to Pagic, we got to drop 2,000 feet. All right, folks, we are in the soup now. Okay. Steepen this up a little. Okay, 10,009 is correct. All right, now I'm gonna
$2,500.
flaps 1. All right, folks, we're at 2,000. Get a localizer active. Okay. 106. Just in case. Hey, localizers alive. 10 miles, okay. Go ahead, slow to 180 now. Actually 160. Basically, I like using the aircraft in level flight to do that. Laps 2. Okay, folks, we are
gear down.
all right, folks. We're on glide path, on speed, gear down, flaps full. Cabin ready. Okay, here we go, folks.
One thousand. $500. 400.
Runway.
300 minimum.
Lost
300.
it, but we had it. There it is. We're coming in, folks.
200. 200.
I know. Shame on me. We're going Autoland, folks.
100. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Well, we went below minimums. Yeah, we got a master caution for hot brakes. Alright. Well, folks, real pilots don't do what I just did. Alright, so, quick review, folks. And you can see the weather. Now, the Autopilot actually did all of that, folks. I did a Autoland at an airport. It's not recommended at. Alright, master caution's off. Brakes have cooled, APU is available. So, technically, folks, that would have been a go-around. I did not see the runway till about 400, 300 feet. And then it went away again from me, so don't know the rules on that one. Again, I was just a VFR pilot, so this would have never would have happened flight. Actually had one like this once. Went out on a cross country. Actually, I think it was my private pilot training to get my license, and all the weather, even my instructor, and all looked at it and said, yeah, should be doable. Came back, there were severe thunderstorms over the airport reported. So I did the right thing and went around. Actually, didn't even approach to see if they were indeed there or not. So I went back to where I started. I couldn't find, you know, a decent within 30 miles, so I went back on my 100-mile cross country to where I took off and waited out the weather. Add to the insult to injury, it was a Tomahawk, and it was not IFR equipped. So brake set. Alright, so APU is on. I think I established this before. I don't think I can open the door, but let's find out. Oh, I think I did. Okay, I was wrong. It was another plane. Okay, seatbelts off. All the fuel pumps off. But anyway, so yeah, I sat 100 miles away from where I was wanting to get to, and rightly so. Alright, so we're into blocks. Let's go back here. I'm curious, what is the METAR right now? Oh, that's lying. That ain't right, folks. Oh, pirate, no. 999 on the visibility? No. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so yeah, you gotta love it sometimes, folks. Welcome to Flying with Mike, where we break a couple of rules. Man, we are fogged in here big time. Yeah, that should have been a go-around. Oh, well. Good thing is, we're flight sim, so folks, no real crime or foul. So let's, let me kind of scroll. Well, you know what? I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Let's get rid of charts. And we're parked right, I think, here, folks, in number 18. Okay, so clear that, and all right, so what I'm going to do while we're looking at the plane on the outside, I mean, if you want, guys, we can roll it back, take a look at it. But yeah, we're not going to see much, but we are going to bring Sim Toolkit in. All right, 241 feet. Computer did a really good job on that one, folks. I am not taking credit for it, folks. All right, so we've got a neat little tool here. It's called Landing Reports. We'll see how it did. Put it in where it's supposed to. Right in the middle. All right, so, but it was 16 feet to the right of the center line. But anyway, but who's counting? There's your threshold, folks. There's your touchdown. As it says here, you're 1,400 feet or so from the threshold. Right here on the runway is the aiming bars. There's the pappies. And we were, like I said, 17 feet off. Again, I cannot take credit for this landing. This is all Autoland. Oh, okay. It's just looking at that, folks. I mean, come on, really? Oh my goodness. That's unreal. Yeah, and to think we auto landed in it. Yep, got lost in the fog all right. Holy mackerel. Remember at the beginning of the stream there, Orb 505, I said tonight's dinner was anaconda and piranha? Well, all that rain pushed it up on the ramp so we can just get it off the ramp. But anyway, yeah, the Autoland went great, folks. That's what it's supposed to do. And unfortunately, not an airfield you're supposed to do it at, but hey, we did it. We made it. Hey, we're in here. Hope y'all enjoyed, but we will. Let's go ahead, rewind it. What the heck? Could be fun. Let me first turn off the ACARS program. I didn't even look to see what they had us at. And let's get off disk VATSIM. And in case... Oh, I think I already did. Okay. I don't think I have anything else that tracks. So... what the heck? Let's see how well that approach went for the computer. See, we went right back into the clouds. I don't know what the rules would have said there. Well, they did a good job on that landing. All right, let's go back out. Take a look at it from here. I mean, that was a good landing. I mean, like I said, it was Autoland, so I can't take the credit for it. I can just say, hey, I was sitting in the seat. But I can definitely tell you that METAR is wrong. Oh, man. But then again, who knows what the flight sim's going off of, so. All right, so that was another one. Let's go back and do a couple Hawker 125 screenshot catching. Well, folks, yeah. Was that lightning? Wow. And look, he disappears. Yeah, I think this was going off of one of the back past METARs that we were tracking inbound. But Autoland worked phenomenally. Pilot doesn't know maybe how to do procedurally the Autoland properly, but I'm here to tell you, 'cause I think I should have killed the autopilot there. Hey. First time in the A320. So, folks, that was a fun flight. Let's see if we get anything from the tower. Nope. All right, folks. Well, we're just going to taxi in with it. Folks, this has been a great stream. I want to thank you all for coming with us and flying with us. Hope to see a few of you in the skies here soon. We're just going to take it off the runway here. So, as you can tell, we're ending the stream. Thank you all for coming aboard. Thanks to all the 160 people that follow the stream. It just amazes me every time I look at that number. So, folks, you enjoy the rest of your Monday night. We'll see you Wednesday, at least JFK to Miami. We hope to then pull Miami over to Nassau. And Orb, thanks for the 20 bits. We sure appreciate that. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Y'all have a great night. See ya.